Good morning, everyone. It's 4 a.m. and this is Friday. And I'm going to take you on a couple-hour journey of what I do in the morning time. What you're looking at is my pellet stove. I just cleaned it and turned it on. I need to close the damper so you don't see so many sparks and you have a really good flame. I wanted to share with you what I do every single day, 365 days of the year. All of the things that I work on, the things in the winter time and the things in the spring and the things in the fall. In the winter time, it's my pellet stove. I have to get it started and cleaned each morning. And now I have a really good flame, and now I'm ready to do my next chore that I do in the winter time. And that is, I always, every morning, I light my oil lamps. Whether I get up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m., I'm always up by 6 a.m. I will light my oil lamps. Now I will have them lit from anywhere from 4 a.m. to about 7 a.m. And then in the evening, around 4 or 5 p.m. to about 8 p.m. I'm always in bed by 8 p.m. So the oil lamps are only lit for a few hours in the morning and the evening. But this is what I do every single day when it's the winter time and the fall. There's lots of chores that I do on a daily basis, and I'll show you what I do next. There's just something about having oil lamps lit. It's hard to explain. It's just a very warm feeling. It's a very old-fashioned type of feel. I always open my blinds and get ready for my day. So the next thing I usually do every morning is I start a load of laundry. Now, some people have laundry days, maybe 3 days a week. For me, since I have just a small little washing machine, I will do a load or two of laundry every single day. That way it keeps it from being so much at one time, because this is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to have my little laundry machine, because my water I have to have from a bucket. And as you can see, now it's 4:30. So we're at 4:30 a.m. and it's still very much dark and quiet outside. I love working in the mornings when everyone is asleep. It just gives me a good feeling about my day. But I will tell you, I sure am tired by the end of the day. These are the rhythms of my life. Maybe now you can understand a little bit why I don't like having new things in my life and why I like the old ways. Bucketing water and hauling buckets of water, it's a rhythm for me. I'm going to be doing a lot of canning tomorrow. As you see, I have all of my jars ready. What I do is I like to have things set out the day before, and that way it's all ready for when I need to work on a project. You see a bread machine there. That's because it's going to be another video here coming up. And to the far right is my rice cooker, which is another video coming up. I always have my mind working towards what am I going to do the next day. And this is just part of my everyday life. As I fill my buckets of water into my washing machine, these are the things I think about. There is what I'm going to be canning. Aldi had a sale, and I had $10 and went in and bought all of these mushrooms for 89 cents a package. And that will be a video coming up. Now my washing is starting. Now I can really start working on the rest of my chores this morning. Since I have my laundry going, I'm able to share with you what I'm really working on. Now mind you, this is all in the first morning hours, and it's still not even daybreak. So this is the state of my pantry. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? Well, not quite. There's all of my buckets. There are miler bags, all kinds of projects all over this table, and even on the floor. In fact, where I'm standing, I'm actually having a hard time to get in this room. So I'm going to work on some of this today. So I'll show you what I'm working on. What I'm trying to do is I want to permanently have my food saver here on this table. And what I'm trying to do is move this table as back as far as I can, and that way this is where I sit to do my work. I have a real mess in here. So I'm going to work on this area, and when it's done, then we're going to get working on this rice. So I'll share with you a little bit about the rice and how I'm going to preserve it for long term. But first I got to get this little area all in order, and then I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Whew, I'm tired already and it's only 6 a.m. Alright, so here I am. Whew. This has been weighing on my mind for so long to get this job done. I got the Mylar bags for $15 and it's for 10 of them. It was a really good price. So I saved up enough money this month to get 10 of them. And so every month I'm going to save up my money so I can get the Mylar bags. The Mylar bags are really important for saving my rice. Not only am I going to put them in these 5-gallon buckets that I got for free from my friend Sue, I want to put them in the Mylar bags. It just gives it a little more protection. And it really isn't that expensive. So why would I put some money into something that I got for free? Well, I will never get this kind of rice for free again. I'm convinced of that. And this rice can last me 20 years plus if I store it right. And so I want to make sure I store it properly, because what good is having all of this rice if it goes to waste? Now I did give quite a few bags away. I don't have to vacuum seal the rice as long as we have it in something that's airtight. And I like these with the zipper tops. Normally these are more expensive, but I got them really cheap on eBay. So I'm really happy for that. I was told you don't need oxygen absorbers because rice is an oxygen absorber. In other words, rice is dry and I don't need to have that if I have these Mylar bags. So this is quite a chore. This isn't going to be easy because the bags are 25 pounds each and it's going to take me a little while to do them. But I'm hoping that I can get 10 of them done today, and then I'll save money for next month to do the other 10. Now, not all the buckets that she gave me were 5-gallon, so I'm going to try to do the 5-gallon buckets first. So, here we go with bag number 1. I'm going to have to do this for, today I'm going to have to do this for 10 bags. So I'm going to go with bag number 1. I'm curious to see how much I can get in a 5-gallon bucket. I was hoping I could get all of it in, but I'm not sure if that's going to work. So, here we go. I'm so plumb wore out. So I was able to do 9 of the 5-gallon buckets, and I have 1 Mylar bag left, and I need to look for another 5-gallon bucket. So I have about 4 more buckets, and they're only 3-gallon. So I'm going to wait till next month till I get some more Mylar bags. But I got it done. So now I only have, I'm a third of the way. So I have 2 more rows of rice I need to work on. But as the months go, I'll be able to work on that. So for this month, it's done. So what I did is, I'll show you where I put them. In your house, when you have little nooks and corners, little places where you don't have anything, I was really fortunate because right there is where I had a little area where it was nothing there. So I was able to put 5 buckets in that little corner, which is really nice. So I put 5 buckets in that little corner, and then I'm going to work on the corner over there. There's another area I can make another whole row of buckets. So you want to make sure your lids are on snapped good too. Those lids are tight. That's food grade. And I'm so thankful for Sue for finding them for me. So I'm working on it, and tomorrow I'm going to finish working on this room and organizing it a little better. I want the rice to be in the bottom because the rice is something I'm not going to be using for a long time because I have rice. So I want to keep that as far back as I can. Well, my friends, it's 7 a.m. and the world is just starting to wake up. You hear the dog barking in the distance, and my chickens have just waken up. With the magic of the camera, you spent 3 hours with me. And unless I want this video to be another 10 hours long, or even longer, I think it's time for me to say goodbye. In all due reality, my day's just begun. I have to water my chickens. I have to give water to my chickens and go about my day. My day is filled with editing videos, researching, and spending time with my family. I know it's still a little bit dark, but I wanted to share with you a glimpse into my life in the early morning hours. This isn't an unusual day. This is my everyday. I don't always wake up at 4 a.m., but I'm always up by 6 a.m. And on days like today, when I have a lot of chores, I have to get up really early. It feels good, and I go to bed very early at night, usually by 8 p.m. But I get a lot done, and I thought you would maybe enjoy just a glimpse into my life in the early morning hours. Take care, everyone. We'll see you guys tomorrow.